We'll find a way, Professor. We always have.
Driven by the unshakable faith, the Earth is ours.
Well, not just ours, no. But it is our home.
Earth's atmosphere is 80% nitrogen. We don't even breathe nitrogen. Blight does, and as it thrives, our air gets less and less oxygen. The last people to starve will be the first to suffocate. And your daughter's generation will be the last to survive on Earth.
Murph was feeling a little tired and was wondering if she could take a nap in my office.
Yeah. Okay. Now you need to tell me what your plan is to save the world.
We're not meant to save the world. We're meant to leave it.
Rangers.
The last components of our one versatile ship in orbit. The Endurance, our final expedition.
You sent people out there looking for a new home?
The Lazarus missions.
Well, that sounds cheerful.
Lazarus came back from the dead.
Sure, but he had to die in the first place. There's not a planet in our solar system that can sustain life, and the nearest star is over 1,000 years away. I mean, that doesn't even qualify as futile. Where'd you send him?
Cooper, I can't tell you any more unless you agree to pilot this craft. You're the best pilot we ever had.
I barely left the stratosphere.
This team never left the simulator. We need a pilot, and this is the mission that you were trained for.
Oh, without even knowing it? An hour ago, you didn't even know I was alive. I mean, you were going anyway.
We had no choice. But something sent you here. They chose you.
Well, who's they? How long would I be gone?
Hard to know. Years?
I've got kids, Professor.
Get out there and save them.
Who's they?
We started detecting gravitational anomalies almost 50 years ago. Mostly small distortions to our instruments in the upper atmosphere. In fact, I believe you encountered one yourself.
Yeah, over the Straits. I crashed, something tripped my fly-by-wire.
Exactly. But of all these anomalies, the most significant is this. Out near Saturn, a disturbance of space-time.
Hit a wormhole?
It appeared 48 years ago.
And it leads where?
Another galaxy.
A wormhole's not a naturally occurring phenomenon.
Someone placed it there.
They?
And whoever they are, they appear to be looking out for us. That wormhole lets us travel to other stars. Came along right as we needed it.
They've put potentially habitable worlds right within our reach. 12, in fact, from our initial probes.
You sent probes into that?
Mm-hmm. We sent people into it 10 years ago.
The Lazarus missions.
12 possible worlds, 12 Ranger launches, carrying the bravest humans ever to live, led by the remarkable Dr. Mann.
Each person's landing pod had enough life support for 2 years, but they could use hibernation to stretch that, making observations on organics over a decade or more. Their mission was to assess their world, and if it showed potential, then they could send out a signal, bed down for the long nap, wait to be rescued.
And what if the world didn't show promise?
Hence the bravery.
You don't have the resources to visit all 12.
No. Data transmission back through the wormhole is rudimentary. Simple binary pings on an annual basis give us some clue as to which worlds have potential. And one system shows promise.
And one, that's a bit of a long shot, isn't it?
One system with 3 potential worlds? A long shot.
Okay. So if we find a home,